find ourselves once more on the outer wall of Eleum Loyce, of the old kingdoms. Let's get just a peek inside. There's a couple of other things we might want to clean up before we proceed too much further into the city, but let's take a look here. This is one of those areas I do not know. This was not out back when I ran through the game, to my knowledge. Well, sure. Hear some sort of growling. That's definitely a good sign. For sure. So there appears to be some sort of boss there. Okay. We have frozen nights. Much like spending any time in a hotel in Minneapolis. Was not a dig at the insulation of Minneapolis hotels. It's just a general comment on the weather. To clarify. Why are there so many of you down here? Huh. We have a broken lever. Apparently the coffins became too heavy. Heavy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I meant to say, mouth. Sorry, let me moisten things here. Oh, that's good. Good morning. Hello and welcome. So nice to see you there. And I'm so sorry that you came in just when I was making unnecessary mouth noises. Oh, shoot, I'm so sorry. Hoping not to hit her. Or him, as the case may be. My apologies. I'm sure later they're going to betray me. But for now, they live. Okay, we have some cold doggies. Little nippers. Finding a +7 weapon just lying on the ground is quite a thing. Oh, lovely. I'm so glad you're lurking and hearing my things. Is that the way to say it? Yeah. It is nice to be in a bit of change of scenery here. I've never, run around in a snowy area all that often. There's another snowy area from something like a city. It must be from Dark Souls 3. Remembering just distantly. It's a lot of ranged spellcraft. Alright. Well, that lined up nicely. Alright. You still good? Just gonna observe? That's fine. Stop making comments while your friends pierce me in the upper lung. Just the upper. Making good time. Beginning to collect a little frost on my skirt. Let's roll on out of here. That was close. Okay, what's in here? Nothing. There we go. There. Yikes. There's some quick guys. Quicker than the norm, one might say. If one wanted to spread rumors. Alright, let's take a look up here. Sure. And a dog. Sorry, doggy. Yeah. Gurgle away. Good morning. Nice to see you there. And welcome back to the chilly, ancient kingdom of Eleum Loyce. I hear there's chili. It's fairly mild in the grand scheme of things. That was close. Let's take a sip. Let's surprise him in the doorway. Happy birthday. Okay. We have 3 options, it appears. Let's take them in turn. And we're in the ice caves. If anyone sees a wampa over my shoulder, well, you just let me know. I'll be prepared to get my boots stuck fast in ice and be of no use against it. Bye! Thank you for coming to my party. Oh, I hope there will be sledding, yes. I have it on my docket here. If anyone would like to take a quick peek at my docket with me. Interesting. What is this helm? Hope we're safe here for just a moment. Old bell. Kind of a novelty, but quite practical in defense. Okay. Interesting. Doesn't seem to belong to anyone in particular. Huh. That's fantastic. Not the original comment. My apologies. To catch you up from the chat. So, weird thing. My HVAC won't shut off. Not cold or warm air, just blowing constantly. And a delightful second party in the chat responded, well, that blows. And so it did. Long ago, in the kingdom of HVAC. Alright, so it looks like I can drop off that snowy ledge, but I don't want to just yet. Ah, there's a bonfire. But once again, I have to drop off, never to return. Let me take the tiniest peek this way, in the hopes that it is not a trap. Oh, it sure looks like a trap. I'm just gonna watch that guy. Let's see what happens to that guy. And he's gone. He's gone forever. Go on. Okay. Torches in order to open the door, mayhaps. Interesting. I don't know where I would find a nearby source of flame in order to light my torch. However, this whole pathway is clear of guys. Let's just take a second before we jump down to that other bonfire and cannot get back. If I can remember my way. We still haven't gone that way either, though now that I'm looking at it, it appears to be broken. I thought for sure this would be a way off to a potential boss. And strangely, there are guys and items over there. So there must be some way. But that is definitely not a jumpable gap, in my opinion. Huh. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, back to trying to find a bonfire. For torch reasons. Very rare to find a other source of flame in this wintry landscape. Okay, all the way back up here. It will be lovely since it is currently empty. Nice to get it out of the way now. There we go. Finally, finally. Let's hope the blustery winds of Eleum Loyce do not, they do. That is what I've learned. They do, in fact. Apparently no torch for me. Huh. Interesting. So I must need to, like, calm the storm in some way in order to proceed? That is weird. Let me check something while I'm on this side of things, though. We will go back to that bonfire. Ah, what an easy miss this is. I'm filled with shame. I want to check two things here, actually. The first being, since we did make it to the Dragon Eyrie, and we talked to what I believe is the real physical herald, she may have given us an item that I distantly remember. Yeah, this feather is effectively a homeward bone that you can use as many times as you need to. It is very, very helpful to have in your pocket, actually. Because it can get you out of, say, boss arenas very, very easily without costing anything. So we have 47,000 on the line, but let's walk through the boss mist here and get a peek, because I can just switch it over. One without the sign. It kind of seems like there's something I need for this battle. Or else it would go very, very badly, is my thinking. I hear the growling. I sure don't see anything out there. But oh, I'm hearing it. So I effectively just wanted to make sure this works as a test to see if I can get back across a boss gate, is all. And apparently I can. So yes, still hollow, still have my souls, didn't lose anything. Huzzah. That is a very, very nice item to have handy. Alright, I just, however, made a very silly mistake and rested at the bonfire, which means all of the guys are back. But that's fine. We'll be right back to Eleum Loyce. While I'm hollow, I actually want to jump over to that doorway in Shrine of Amana to see if it is, in fact, being hollow that opens the doorway. Sorry to be so scatterbrained here. Hello, welcome. If you have never played the Souls games, there is a lot of fog. That's really all you need to know. It's just kind of foggy, and welcome. Alright, let's see if this does indeed do the trick. Lacking a plump face, as I currently do. Lovely. So if you are hollow... Oh, excuse me. A little snow shoveling to do. Calm down. Alright, so if you are hollow, you can open that door. And then I do assume it stays open regardless. In fact, let's really press the boundaries of natural law today. Yeah. Seems to be fine now. So sorry. Getting a pop-up message on my my laptop. Thanks, Windows. Not the time. So we have what appears to be a pyromancer. And then the singing is getting louder. I believe we may be finally on the right path to find the last Milfanito. Ah, nice aim. No. No more fire. You've had yours. And the singing stops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. Hello there.
Who are you?
Oh, I've long since forgotten. strangely appears to kind of be one of those dark diver portals, like the way this shrine is set up. Looks very, very similar to those abyss dives.
That is what we are called. My name. Do you mean our name? We know nothing of
I suppose I do.
We sing eternally for those who bear death and dark within themselves. We have been here forever. We know nothing of the outside world, and we do not need to. The little ones were born from the great.
Seems either very convenient and a lovely way to live, or rather tragic.
We have sung ever since.
I'm not sure which.
Those bound by death and dark. This is what we were taught. We hear a song. You rescued a Milford. Take this.
There we go. We're on to the reward portion of the discussion. Thank you. Okay.
That cursed singing.
Yes, I did. It was a demon in a frog sleeve. Not sure if you knew.
Do you seek comfort too? You poor thing.
Only when I'm hollow.
Take this at the very least. This is all that we can do.
Okay. Now that I've robbed you of all of your earthly possessions,
We have sung. This is what
I will leave you in your peaceful singing. And thank you for the job that you do for those who are dearly departed. So this, I do believe, is the shrine I mentioned in a previous session. That you have to be fully hollow, and you have to have 0 human effigies, these things, in your inventory. So if I put those in a box somewhere, hollowed myself, and came back, we could probably pray at this altar, and instead of this, him. Dun 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 dun. Nothing happened. Instead of that, you would be human again. Much like the cut song from Beauty and the Beast. There's another pyromancer down here. I'm not hugely effective at taking those down. Let's do it. Proximity mines, not cool. Ah, burnt on the back hair by your own proximity mine. We've all been there. No? Just me? Oh, okay. So dodgy today, aren't we? So very informed about dodge roll techniques. Oh, we're all impressed, sir. Ah. Here is something. Risky but fun 2. Titanite Boogaloo. Direct to video this summer, yes. What a throwback. It's worth at least 16 points. 16 throwback points. Bravo. Sorry, pardon me? Don't mean to interrupt. No, you continue. Alright, so now that path is open to us, we have confirmed it is being hollow that does it. It's being hollow what does it. And we can move on with our lives. Okay, we still have to return to Eleum Loyce. We have a bonfire in our sights. However, let's take one more small school field trip here. In the vein of singing to soothe the dead, let us return to the Undead Crypt, where these things happen. Ah, the old subtitled musical. That's an even older throwback. In order to understand that joke, I'd have to take you 2 decades into the past to my childhood. And it would be very, very complex. My brother, everyone. I'm Vanna Whiting him, if that's not clear here. I'm gesturing only slightly to the left with my wrists. As that is... I mean, let's just be honest here, all of the attention he deserves. So, there's that, bridge you folded out right above us there. I'll get to you. Hold your horses. That bridge that folded down up there, if you jump off of it slightly, you will land down here. Which is very, very interesting. It has a very strong shield man waiting to kill me. There we go. Alright, so that ladder I do believe will take you right back up to the bonfire in the ditch, but there is a sort of secret out here. And I guess I need a lit torch in order to do it. We could use a flame butterfly. Let's do that. It will be very cinematic. Let's see here. So just to give you the sweeping view, there's the boss door up there. And down here you may just barely be able to see in the darkness these sort of hooded silhouettes. There is a secret in the Undead Crypt that is very, very beautiful. Let's see. Flame butterfly. There they are. Aha, yes. There is a series, a series of terrifying news stories I wrote for YouTube and performed slightly with my brother. I believe this is a different brother. He was off working in the mines and supporting our family while I was home making YouTube videos. And he did not have the time for such things. Or more accurately, I didn't ask and completely cut him out of the process. Let's just get it all out in the open here. So welcome indeed, but not quite the brother in question. I'm mixing my old stories. So sorry. Ah, this must be why they keep telling me, don't you dare light these torches. Because you get invaded when you bring light into the crypt, but that's fine. I would rather be invaded and have this gorgeous view. I think this is one of my very favorite secrets. Oh no, not a family feud at all. I'm primarily joking. So sorry. This is one of my favorite secrets in this game. Absolutely lovely area. So let us sneak back up the ladder. We will have to watch out for further invasions at this point. And kind of interesting to know that that may be a canonical thing, that you may be safe from invasions in the dark. And maybe that is why the undead would like to bury themselves in a darkness so deep that they would not have to worry about it, because being invaded is fine. Being invaded eternally for thousands and thousands of years is not cool. So I can see why they would do this. Oh no, we're definitely feuding now. I see how it is. I'm gonna box your ears, sir. Is that how you threaten people? I think that's how it is. Okay, so let's just take a quick peek. And didn't peek the right direction. And you're using dark magics? Dark magics against me? This is not Queensbury rules. And I will notify the Drones Club of your transgressions. Who is throwing lightning from over here? What is your problem, sir? Throwing the lightning. At a time such as this. Careful now. Easy does it. Okay. There's another torch here. I do believe that one's safe. I keep wondering if it is too close to the Grave Warden in there, but I don't think he cares. We toggle it up for torch time. And back we go. No icy winds to bar us here. So you may also notice the light, as I back step off the ledge, the light has illuminated a secret ledge down there as well. Ah, so each new torch brings new summons. Good to know. This would definitely be difficult to deal with your first time through. Wise not to light the torches until you're prepared. I can't say that I am prepared, even now, but we're doing it. If this is one of those invisible hollows. There he is. Barmy Fungi Phipps called, and he wants his reference back. Wow. Wants to talk to you about newts, does he? These are some old references. We're having fun. Okay, let me double check that the Grave Warden is not upset with me now. Now that I've been lighting torches. Yes, he's fine. He just doesn't want me to do it in here.
And all those who bear it are unwelcome in this place.
That's fair. I just put some outside. Don't worry. Okay, so I think those might be the only two hidden areas here. Having said that, I'm of course wrong. There are of course other hidden areas. I just don't remember them. Let us check the map here and see what other business we have to cinch up. Ah, yes, there is one thing I'm remembering from a very distant dream. After we had beaten the Duke's dear Freya, the spider boss down below in Brightstone Cove, we, left the area. There was nothing on the ground, and then later we had gone back for some reason, and there was some weird spire, like crystal formation, that had grown down there. Strangely, I think you can actually use the Ashen Mist Heart on that pile, and it's like a dragon memory instead of a giant or a King Vendrick memory. It is the only dragon memory that I know of. So let's see if we can make our way down there real quick. Ahoy hoy and welcome. Classic army of spiders we have to deal with at every turn. And by army, I of course mean 2 spiders. Let's also take the opportunity while there is some... There are the other spiders. Let me get them in here. Away from the magic balls. Oh, swing and a miss. Well, that was almost a bad combination. The old magic ball spider in the face. You have to pay double for that. What? Well, it was a cool group before you showed up. I mean, oh, yeah, welcome. Welcome, John. No, I'm quite seriously, welcome. It is lovely to see you here. If it wasn't clear to anyone watching, our love language is insulting each other, and it's also our hate language. So it makes it fun. Just guessing. Okay, I think I need to go out this way. I always have such a hard time getting in and out of that bonfire area, because it's completely separated from the other area I need to get to. Yeah. Army of spiders at every turn. We know the drill. Ach, du Lieber, thank you, Zweihander, for this. This was a most impressive display. Arg, du Lieber, what an impressive display. That's difficult to do. I see we have a redemption of num-nums for a wee bit of Scottish. Scottish people do not like spiders, much like the other people of the world. So this is going to be a wee bit difficult for me. Okay. Slip down the webs. Easy does it. And once again, an army of spiders. There we go. Oh, let me catch up with this chat message here. My apologies. We all love Peter. Oh, that's very kind. And I'm sorry about your judge of character, and have probably individually been following his work for an inordinate amount of time. It is very kind, and I am very grateful. And you, sir, have been following my work for around 3 years. Started listening to No Sleep in August of 2017. If you had to pick a fave, it would be Jessica McAvoy. Well, that's the right choice. Let's be honest. David Alt, Jessica McAvoy, yeah. Oh, we're all great, thank you. I've gone bright red. It is very, very kind. Pardon a detour into my self-aggrandizing. Let us activate a dragon memory. Interesting. So this seems to have traveled us all the way back to perhaps before the first sin, or just afterward. These appear to be the arch trees that are all shattered, regrettably. And nothing has formed in the wake yet. This must be like just after the dragons were felled. Exhibit A. Let's give a quick item pass. Make sure I'm not missing something. Does not look like many items existed to be scattered about at this point in time. Okay. Nothing. Crazy handful of nothing. Well, let's speak to our friend here. An ancient dragon soul. What do you have to tell us? Soul of a dragon that stands magnificently? Stands and waits for whoever may visit him. It's been a while then, I guess. Interesting. The only thing that's kicking off in my memory is that seems to be the same basic dialogue as the everlasting dragon from Ash Lake in the first Dark Souls. But this looks like a different, larger dragon to me. So I'm not sure where he is in the timeline exactly. Or if we've seen him before. May just be an even ancienter dragon. A more ancient dragon. But I'm sure his soul will come in handy. And maybe I just need to examine him again. I can wait for the memory to end, but typically there's a way to end it. There we go. Seems to be everything in here. And I am just not entirely sure what that is used for. Maybe it's just a rare boss weapon. Or something of that ilk. I think there is a shortcut back to Majula down here. I will happily take it. Okay, so that's a good bit of business taken out of play. We haven't checked our map in a while. Let's race in there real quick while we're in town. Oh yeah, it's coming together. Quite a few bosses taken out now. I wonder who this one was. Way away from the map there. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
It was blocked, but it was
That's it. Okay. There is one more thing we can check, too. I think after we get that, you get a key from beating the 2 giants below Black Gulch in that secret area. And it opens the door that you had to pass in order to get there. You have to drop down like twice. I believe there is a second instance of that same door. If you buy the $12,000, the longest ladder Gilligan has to offer, I believe you will find it. The Forgotten Key, that is what it's called. I believe you get it when you beat both giants below Black Gulch. Dragon Talon? Is that a weapon or a key? It's like a key. Guides one to an unknown land. Magnificent city behind the Black Gulch. Okay, perfect. That is what we are looking for. That will finally open the door I keep trying, to no avail. And open another one of the 3 DLC areas to us. Huzzah! And a nice amount of weaponry and spellcraft. Oh good, I was worried it wouldn't let me make that small leap up to the ladder. Whew. Oh, I am very, very glad the No Sleep crew and other podcasts got you through that difficult time. Very glad to hear it. That is what we're here for, really. Lean on me when you need groceries. I'm pretty sure those are the lyrics. Have I ever played the Metal Gear games? I have. I have never fully dived into them. I didn't have the earlier consoles where the earlier iterations were released, but I did play, I keep wanting to call it Dark Zero, or something like that, the sort of demo version, and then later, of course, the newest one, Metal Gear 5. But I don't believe I finished it. I got distracted by some other game release halfway through. So I need to go back to Metal Gear, for sure. Okay, let us go back to the Black Gulch momentarily. We'll use that dragon talon we just picked up. Before I forget I'm holding it. Which will be in about 17 seconds. Oh, that was ear-shattering, as well as pot-shattering. And I'm poisoned. It's become an inevitability at this point. I'm used to it. Well, we're already poisoned, let's be dangerous. There we go. Just barely. I caught my skirt briefly ablaze. So I keep going through here, but then we get blocked by the door beyond, because I did not have that dragon talon, I must assume. Let's try it now and see if we can just activate the first area bonfire. I am dittoing that sentiment. I hope things will improve. I'm glad you're hanging on. These, I think I finally caught on to why they look so strange, perhaps, is that there was a thing when the DLC just came out, before it was all packaged together. Some people did not have it, but you still had to download the update to, like, unlock the areas, basically. It wasn't like you had to download a separate DLC, it was like you just downloaded a DLC key, and everyone had access to the area. So you could actually come in here, and you could leave a summon sign, even if you hadn't spent the $9.99 or whatever, and someone could summon you into the DLC area and give you like a sneak peek. So I think those are all put your summon sign here in an orderly fashion markers. I couldn't remember what they were for at first. Okay. I think there's been some quicksand issues in the architecture here. And I hear something breathing. Just barely in the background. Hey. Hey, buddy. Sorry to wake you. He looked rather, wounded. Yeah, there's like a spear sticking out of him. The poor dear. This is an amazing area, goodness. I haven't seen a ziggurat like this in I don't know how long. Okay, sync to that bonfire. Now we will have this area open to us. And because I'm greedy, I have to grab this. Thank you. Alright, but let's not get too distracted there just yet. That is a new area we can jump back to. Anything else I need to clean up here? There's a whole secondary area to the Doors of Pharos, and a boss there we haven't even begun to deal with yet. That's what I want to get. There is a third bonfire, as you can see, here. The question mark bonfire, my favorite. I'm going to try to get back there real quick. There is a secret I was forgetting that came to me suddenly last evening. So if I can just survive past these guys long enough. finally fast enough every once in a while to be able to get in a strong attack and still dodge afterwards. It's lovely when you finally get to that level of stats. It's purely a mathematical issue. Yikes. I'm just gonna leave that side for now. Still. Just barely. Alright, who wants it first? Swordsman, then archer, then turtle. As the prophecy demands. It's like one of those cabin in the woods situations. Well, I need to go see a spinal surgeon. I'll be right back. I do believe you can drop these panels too. Those little black squares there are actually buttons. I think you can drop these metal panels in order to get rid of guys, but then it's just much, much harder to navigate in here. Turns it into a obstacle course. Okay, come on through to the other side. There you go. If I recall correctly, this is a very, very narrow hallway of turtles. There he is. Let's try a little narrow hallway action. There we go. Much easier than me trying to clank around in here. Clank. Clank again. Alright. So what is very easy to miss when you're running through here past the flames is this ladder here. That I'm sure was perfectly visible if we go back and check the footage. But I did not remember it even existed till last evening, when I was suddenly like, I remember where that third bonfire is. And the thing that is fun about this bonfire is that it controls the flame spouts for the entire area. And with the flick of a lever, we now don't need to worry about it. I will rest here for just one moment. I'll be right back. So sorry. So instead of going all the way back through this area, I'm just going to jump back to the start real quick. There's one thing right off the bat that is just constantly taunting you, and I would like to grab it. So even all the way back here at the front of the Iron Keep complex, the flame spouts have stopped. Iron Key, interesting. I did not remember that it was such an important item there, as keys typically are. Alright, I'm not sure if there's any other flame spouts necessarily. Sure there are in the later Mario section, but I think we're good for here. And I am regrettably just about out of time for the day. We'll have to go find some coffee. But let me just find a spot to leave us for next time. We do need to return to Eleum Loyce and get that bonfire. We now have the Black Gulch city open to us. That is lovely. We lit up the Undead Crypt. We opened the 4th Milfinito access passageway. We saw the dragon memory and retrieved his soul. Let me see. Which area is it? It must be the Huntsman's Copse that I'm looking for. Which is the trees. There we are. Let me try one more thing if I have another 2 minutes here. I think there is another bonfire I somehow missed just as we entered Harvest Valley. And I should have a secret shortcut opened this way that will make it rather quick to get to. Just a little hike. Back through the room of the Skelly Boys. I hope I'm remembering that this is the way to Harvest Valley correctly. There we go. So weirdly, I just passed right by this because I saw the stone trader out of the corner of my eye there, and we ran right up to talk to her. I believe when you first get in here, this is a pool of poison, like these poison buckets are spilling directly into what is waist deep or so poison water. But when you burn the windmill and make it stop turning, even this poison drains. And so now you can get in and out without being poisoned, even though the bonfire itself is called the Poison Pool. And I just somehow completely missed that when we were coming in here. So that was another bit of outstanding business. but likely nothing else we need to grab in there for now. Just wanted to make sure we have that bonfire on our list. So I am returning to Eleum Loyce, to the outer wall, and we will try to press on to that bonfire next time. I'm sorry I got so distracted. The entire session here, I was hoping to come back. But we got a lot of good things done and a lot of good exploration in. And thank you for your patience. And thank you for the kind words and being here with me. It's always lovely to see you all. With a respectful bow and a bit too exuberant wave, I bid you farewell. I will be back next time. See you soon.